What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of That's So Supa podcast. I'm Supa once again, and we are back for a Christmas special. This is a very special episode because Christmas is coming up, and I wanted to talk a few things about Christmas, the holiday spirit. You know, having that holly jolly Christmas, right? Yeah, we're gonna get going. We're gonna talk about Christmas, the holiday season. I'm gonna tell you guys some of my family memories, some traditions, some food, some games and presents, and the whole shebang. We're gonna be talking about it. And if you guys are listening today on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you guys. Hope you guys have a safe and fun and amazing day with you and your family or whoever you're spending it with. And hope you guys have a blessed one, baby. So without further ado, guys, we're gonna get into it, baby. Let's go. All right, before we get into the whole shebang with my family traditions and whatnot, I wanted to tell you guys some conspiracy theories or some facts about Christmas. The first theory we're going to talk about is Mr. Santa Claus himself, St. Nicholas. What if I told you that Santa's suit was not originally red? Mind-blowing, right? The colors he used to wear was blue, brown, tan, green. But nowadays, everybody sees him as wearing a really big red Santa suit, red and white, right? That's just the picture. What if I told you that Coca-Cola had a big part to play in why Santa's suit is red and white? Would you believe me? Well, you don't have to believe me anyway, because I got hard facts right here. So before Coca-Cola decided to use his image for advertising, back in the day, Santa's look tended more towards spooky than jolly. Then in 1931, the beverage company hired an illustrator named Haddon Sundblom to depict the jolly old elf for magazine ads. So basically, they hired this artist to create a new look for Santa Claus to advertise their product. Until this day, everybody knows Santa Claus is wearing a holly jolly red and white suit. And that's what it is, man. Coca-Cola is what kind of sparked it. Let's get into another fact, right? So let me bring up Black Friday. What is your first thought when it comes to Black Friday? The busiest day to shop, right? What if I told you that it's not the busiest day to shop? So Black Friday, or the day after Thanksgiving, certainly sees lots of shoppers heading to the mall. Parking lot full, lines are out the door, out the mall, people waiting on the sidewalk. But we must be a nation of procrastinators because the most hectic days of the year are actually the Friday and Saturday before Christmas. It's the most shopped days. It's not Black Friday, but it's right before Christmas. So make sure you guys plan ahead or purchase your Christmas presents way before, not the same week, not the days before, because yeah, it's busier than Black Friday. All right, we're going to get into this next one. Who loves Christmas songs? Who loves Christmas carols? I love Christmas songs. Who doesn't, right? I mean, there's some that's probably overplayed or whatnot, but I love Christmas songs. I love singing them. I love playing them. It just brings that holly spirit, right? So we're talking about this song right here, Jingle Bells. You know what I mean? Jingle bells, jingle all the way, right? What if I told you that Jingle Bells was not originally made for Christmas? It was actually, in fact, originally for a Thanksgiving song. Can you believe it? Turns out, we first started dashing through the snow for an entirely different holiday. So this guy named James Lord Pierpont wrote the song called One Horse Open Sleigh for his church Thanksgiving concert in the mid-19th century. Then in 1857, the song re-released under the title We All Know and Love. Today, it's still among the most popular Christmas songs. Can you believe that? It was originally a Thanksgiving song, but now it's a Christmas song. Crazy. And then this last fact is gonna either gross you out or blow your mind. All right, mistletoes aren't as sweet as you think. And after I tell you guys this whole fact about mistletoes, it'll probably make you guys think twice before walking under one and giving somebody a smooch, right? So mistletoes, their name might not give you quite as many warm feelings as you would think, right? So there's a thing called a mistle thrush bird. And so what the mistle thrush birds do, they eat the white berries that grow on these mistletoe branches, they digest the seed, and they poop it back on the tree or the plant. And the reason why they poop it back on the plant, or the plant needs that, is to help germinate the plant so that they can grow. And another fact about mistletoes, they're actually considered parasitic. So they have to live on other trees. They have to grow in other trees in order to survive. So they are sucking up all of the trees, and no matter what tree it is, just any tree, they're sucking up all of the trees, nutrients, and whatnot to survive. On top of that, they're relying on bird doo doo to help them germinate themselves and, survive. It really makes you want to pucker up, huh? Oh, so sorry if I ruined some of you guys' Christmases. Yo, if you guys are listening, if you guys are watching, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Hope you guys, again, have a holly jolly Christmas. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, hit the notifications button, or if you're on Spotify, make sure you follow the Spotify for any upcoming episodes coming up. So appreciate it again. Love you guys. And let's get it going, baby. So it's Christmas time, baby. Christmas time, that holiday spirit, family gatherings, you got family traditions, you got Christmas presents, Christmas trees, reindeer, Santa Claus. What did I say? Did I say presents? So like, it's the whole shebang that makes Christmas such a happy holiday, right? And if you guys disagree with me, then I don't know what kind of person you are. Christmas is a happy time. But I wanted to bring up some of my family traditions that we do as a whole family, and not just me and my immediate family with my parents and my siblings, but with my extended family as well. So we have one of my auntie's house that we always go to every year. It's just tradition. Like, that's the person. My auntie is the person that hosts Christmas parties every year for our whole family, and everybody comes. Everybody brings food. It's like a really, really big potluck, and it's such a good time. So, oh man, it's such a fun time. We have different activities that we do. We have games. We have, obviously, I said food. We got Santa Claus that comes. Like, let me tell you what we do, right? So my mom has 8 siblings, right? And each of them have their own families, right? Every year, each family has a theme color or whatever theme, they choose from the basket. So one family can be blue, one family be red, one family green, and so forth, right? And the family would come to the Christmas party with their themed color. So like me and my family, I remember one year we had the theme color blue. And so we wore blue Christmas pajamas with a white shirt underneath, and then we had Christmas hats I think we had like some kind of design on top of our Christmas hats, and that's where we went. We went as, and it was super fun. It's a small thing. It's a small activity that, families can do together. And, a lot of times in the beginning, actually, we went out and bought it, but we eventually went out of our way and did like a DIY type of project. So, we bought the Santa hats and we decorated it ourselves. And, it's such a good coming together type of activity to bond and spend time with each other. So that's always great. Along with the themed outfits, we had different games that we play against each other, like against each of the families. Like we have the 12 days of Christmas. Like the 12 days of Christmas, how we play it, right, is each family gets one of the days, right? And you guys know the 12 different days of Christmas of song, right? Like on the first day of Christmas, my tutu gave to me, or like that's the Hawaii version, but Hawaii mainland has their own version. But every prompt, right, for every number is given to each family, and what we had to do was we either had to like draw like on a big board or cardboard or whatever it was, a poster board, or we act it out. But as each family went, they had to sing their prompt as a family. So the first family sang on the first day of Christmas, and then the second family on the second day of Christmas, and so forth. And then we would have to go through the whole 12 days. It was just such a fun time. And we have it on video, and I don't have it saved, but if I ever do have it, I'll post it up on the YouTube page. But it's super fun, man. It's just a good time seeing people sing and laugh and dance, and sing and laugh and dance, right? So some of the other games, man, there's so much games that we play, but some of the other games we do is we do gingerbread building, like a competition. Like, oh my gosh. So my auntie brings out, like, gives everybody like a whole tray of everything you need to build a gingerbread house with. Literally everything. And each family gets one. And then I think it was like 10 minutes. It was like a short amount of time. And you guys all know it doesn't take 10 minutes to build a gingerbread house, or at least a good one, let alone let it dry so it just stays put, right? It'll start falling off immediately if you don't like hold it into place, right? So every family gets one tray, and the timer goes off, and boom, everybody just starts scrambling, trying to build the house creatively. do it in their own little, unique way. And then we have our panel of judges who play it like some of my cousins, they play as the elves, and they judge each one, and then they pick a winner, and then the winner gets like a small little prize that my auntie put together or somebody puts together. And man, like I said, man, our Christmas parties are always super fun. Oh man, another game that we usually play is it's called song caroling, I guess you can put it. I don't know the exact title, but basically it's, you sing Christmas songs, and each family is teams again. Our family is very competitive, and so like we always got to have teams. We always got to have somebody going against somebody, right? So each family is a team, and everybody's sitting down, and so there's a conductor, and so the person that's conducting stands up in the middle of everybody, and once he points to somebody, or once that person points to a family, that family has to stand up and start singing a Christmas song. And if another family sings the same song, or they're not all singing the song, or they just don't sing a song at all, then they're out. So the conductor, he can have a family sing for however long he wants them to sing. So he can tell a family, go, you guys go, and then they start singing, and he goes, you guys go, you guys go, you guys go. Like, he can do it really fast, or you can do it really slow and have the family sing for like 30 seconds. And so what makes it so funny is because when it starts becoming super fast, and he's going through each family, and then obviously you're running out of songs, and so sometimes like it's such a funny moment where like they get pointed at, they stand up, they're like man, like, and then oh my god, like it's hilarious, man. You guys have to be there. If you guys haven't played that game ever, try it out with your family. It's called song caroling. Again, split up into teams, and have one conductor that points to each group, and whenever they point to each group, that group has to stand up and start singing a song. And once the conductor points to another group, then that group stands up, and the other group that he was singing sits down. You just got to make sure that they don't sing the same song, and then it's just a process of elimination. Whoever gets eliminated, and then the last group wins the game. So it's super fun. Trust me, it's always good vibes. And actually, it really goes to show who knows their Christmas songs, right? Oh, there was one time where one of my family groups was singing, and the conductor was making them sing. I think it was for like a whole minute. And so they were singing a song. They were like slowly stop singing it because they forgot the words. And then the conductor was like, nope, you don't know the words, you're out. Bro. Oh, that was so messed up, bro. Because like usually people only know like the main line or the chorus of the song, right? Like, dashing through the snow in a one horse open sleigh. Right, like something like that, right? It's freaking hilarious, man. So try out these games, man. It's super fun. And the one big thing that we do for our Christmas party, right, is we have Santa Claus come. And sorry if any of my young cousins are listening, if you guys are, right? But my one white uncle, he dresses up as Santa Claus, so he fits the role perfect, right? So he comes out, the bells are ringing, my cousins are the elves, and we play out the whole thing for the kids. And he comes out, he has a Santa chair and everything. So let me tell you guys this first. Before Santa comes out, he has his chair out in like display, and then there's a Christmas tree right next to his chair, and then we have a bunch of presents sitting around, like just the loads of presents. And so the kids know that's their presents, or one of them is their present, and Santa Claus is going to come out later and give out the presents to the kids. So my uncle comes out, or Santa Claus comes out. So one by one, he grabs a gift, looks at the name, calls the kids up, and the kids will come up and sit on Santa's lap, and then he'll ask them a couple questions like, oh, you got big this year, what did you want for Christmas? Or you know how Santa is. So, and then he'll give them the gift, and then they take a picture, and then he'll go through all the gifts. And now our family, they like to be funny, man. They like to be funny because usually in that part of the party, right, it's usually for like the little kids because they still believe in Santa, right? So it's for the little kids, but my aunties and uncles and all the adults, we like to troll, right? We like to mess around, be funny, and so we'll put like a present out for one of our uncles, or put a present for one of our older cousins that haven't sat on Santa's lap in like years. And so Santa will look at the name. They would call him up like, "Oh, this must be a big boy. Man, I haven't called his name in how long?" And then he's whoever it is, they're so embarrassed and they gotta walk up, and then they try not to sit on Santa's lap, but Santa just forces them to sit on their lap. And so it's just really funny to see a big ass kid or a big adult sitting on Santa's lap. So man, it's always a good time, man. It's always a good time. So one of the games that my in-laws play, oh man, it's so freaking hilarious. It's called the I don't know exactly what it's called, but I call it the dancing game. And it's the same concept as the caroling, the singing Christmas caroling song. So you split up into different teams, and then the conductor points to the team to start singing, and then and so forth, right? So this is the dancing version, where let's say there's 4 teams, right? You split to 4 teams, and each team is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so when the conductor chooses number one will go, "We are number one, number one, number one. We are number one. Where's number two?" And so when that team says, "Where's number two will start singing their prompt and start dancing a different dance move. They can't do the same dance move, right, as number one. And you could pick out whichever team you guys want, right? And so number two will be like, "We are number two, number two, number two. We are number two. Where's number four?" And so number four will go. And so it's the same concept. Like if they do the same moves, or if they freeze, or if not everybody's doing the same move as the whole group, then they're out. And my gosh, when I tell you it's freaking hilarious, and that's like the highlight of the whole freaking day, I'm telling you the truth. And a lot of my in-laws can vouch for that, because I'm gonna tell you one memory, maybe actually multiple memories of my mother-in-law just making the game, like she just won the whole game. Oh my gosh, there was one time. Oh man, there was one time where my mother-in-law's team, they were like the top 3, or they made it to like the final 3 teams, and eventually, people, they start running out of dance moves, right? And so tell me why my mother-in-law's team, they start doing push-ups, they start exercising, they start doing exercises and whatnot. So they're going down and doing push-ups. "We are number two, number two, number two," and they're all tired, out of breath, and you can hear it. And oh my gosh, you just have to be there, man. But however way you guys families want to do it, if you guys do want to try this game out, just something for everybody to get up and laugh and just have a good time, man. You guys should definitely try it out. So the one big difference between my family and then my in-laws, how they do the gift exchanges, right? And so I already told you guys how my family does it. We have a Santa come out, and he gives out the presents to the kids and to whoever the presents are up there, right? So with my in-laws, the way that they do it is they have a big secret Santa between the whole family. The list is pre-made. I think in November or probably October, they start making the list, and they separate the kids from the adults and all that stuff. And they have a whole bowl, and everybody picks names, and you guys know how Secret Santa goes. And so at the party, what happens is, they'll start off with one person. One person will come up, and he'll have his present and be like, "Oh, I had so and so," and then whoever he had will come up. He'll exchange the gift, and they'll open it right in front of everybody, and then they'll show everybody, "Oh, I got $100 bill," or "I got this new T-shirt or shoes," or whatever it is. And then they take a picture with each other, and then the person that just got the gift will go and get their gift, who they chose for Secret Santa. And so it'll keep going like that until everybody got a gift. So it's a pretty cool way to exchange gifts and actually be what do we call CNN, right? Be nosy and see what people got, right? But it's a good time, man. It's a good time. But the one thing in common that both of my sides of my families do is they go to church. And I don't know if I brought this up before, but my family is my culture. Really, my culture is very, very big on their religion. It's like part of the tradition. That's just something that you have to do, and how we was raised to, go and worship God. And so we was raised Catholic. A lot of some of my other extended family was raised Christian. If you guys didn't know about Catholic or Catholicism, they have a thing called midnight mass. And so it's a whole celebration of when Jesus was born and all that stuff. And I don't want to get to the whole shebang, but it's the celebration of Christ's birth, right? So we go to church after our parties at midnight, and it's a long service, and it's just part of our tradition. So I figure I'd mention that because I can't not mention it. It's part of our tradition, our Christmas and culture tradition. Like I said before, us Polynesians, us Pacific Islanders, we get lickings, right? So if you don't go to church, you better know your ass getting whooped, man. You better know. And if you do go to church and it is midnight, right? It's super late. And so if you go to church and you fall asleep, your ass getting whooped. It don't matter, right? Because it's a super long service and it's so packed, man. Like, I think I just saw a stat earlier online that like almost half of America's population goes to church, either Catholic or Christian church, for Christmas and Easter. That's like the most popular day to go to church. And it's so, like, when I say it's packed. Every single seat is like, I think they closed down the churches for COVID because it was like there's no separation and whatnot. In most cases, the churches is all benches, right? And so you're sitting like shoulder to shoulder, and you're pretty much right next to the person. So it's so packed that people are standing up inside the church. On top of that, it's flowing outside of the church. So there's so much people standing outside. It's like when you look at pictures of Tokyo, or you watch videos of Tokyo, and then you see just the loads of people walking across the street, walking down the strip. That's how it looks like at Catholic churches on Christmas. It's freaking crazy. But after church, I tell you what, on my side, after church we go home, and because it's the next day, if we're most cases, we open our presents right then and there because it's the next day, it's the next morning. We don't want to go to sleep and then sleep in and wake up at like noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it's like, man, we open our present and we have like half the day. So we'll just open our presents when we get home and exchange our gifts and whatnot. And man, I miss Christmas, man. I'm spending it up here with my wife, and it's just us, and all the rest of our families is back home in Hawaii. And yeah, man, hopefully next holidays we can go and spend it with the rest of our family in Hawaii. I wanted to touch up on Secret Santa for a little bit before we get to the ending of the podcast. So Secret Santa, right? All I know and all I can say is if I'm in the Secret Santa circle, whatever it is, if it's work or if it's just friends or if it's family or just immediate family, if I'm in the Secret Santa, I tell people this all the time. You better hope that I chose you. And you know why? It's because I go all out. And I'm not saying I go all out because I want to go and buy the most expensive gift or the biggest gift there possibly, can get or whatever. I get exactly what they really want. And so the way that we do it with our Secret Santa, so we have, we choose names and whatnot, but each person makes a wish list. And it's a realistic wish list, and nothing that out of proportion, like, oh, I want a brand new house, or I want a Lamborghini or a brand new car, all that stuff, right? Something realistic that, it's doable and whatnot. And, sometimes it could be a console, a new Xbox or a new PlayStation, or a new hair dryer, or a $50 gift card to Starbucks, or what is it now? A $50 gift card to Amazon, stuff that's doable, right? Or a football jersey, whatever it is, whatever the case, whatever I see on the list, I'm going to get it. And if I can get it all, I'm going to get it all. And that's just me, man. Like, I'm not doing it just because I want to show off and I want to show people that, like, oh, I got money, because believe me, I don't got money. But me, I'm a true believer that, people deserve what they want or what they would like. And I'm just that giver type of person. And it's not just only Christmas season. If somebody wants something, if somebody needs something, and I can help out, then I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna do it. That's just the way I am, right? So one year we had the Secret Santa stuff, and I chose my cousin. And so, quick little story before I tell you this. my friend is playing in the NFL. His name is Marcus Mariota. He's a quarterback, currently now at the Falcons, but he played for the Titans, played for the Raiders, and now he's on the Falcons. Long story short, I graduated with him. I went to high school with him, and my cousin, who I got, just so happens I picked my cousin's name, and she's a big, really, really, really big, diehard Marcus Mariota fan. Like, she wants to marry him, all that stuff. And when I looked at the name and I picked her, I was like, oh, what are the chances? What are the chances that I got the person who is like in love with my good friend? So, you know what I did? And she looked at I looked at her list. She just wanted a Mariota t-shirt. Like, it was super small. It just was a Marcus Mariota t-shirt, with the jersey number, and it was nothing like whatever. I mean, she did have actually tickets to the football game. I forgot where exactly. I think they were playing somewhere in Vegas or California. Oh, I think against the 49ers. But anyways, I couldn't do that because it was those were like, pretty expensive. But I did one better. What I did was I called up my friend Marcus and I said, "Hey, bro, I got my cousin a Secret Santa, and long story short, she's a huge fan of yours. So could you do me a favor? Could I send you a jersey? Can you sign it? Can you just video yourself saying Merry Christmas and send it back to me, bro?" And he's like, "Bro, for sure. Just send it over. I'll send you my address." And I said, "Bet. Perfect. Perfect." I didn't want to overstep or whatever. I don't ever ask him for anything like that. It was just, Christmas stuff, Christmas present that I thought that would have been great. So I sent the jersey over. He did it. He signed it. He sent he made a video saying Merry Christmas, and he sent that all back to me. And literally, it got back to me the day before we were exchanging gifts. So I was like, bro, perfect timing. When I went up and I gave my cousin the gift, it was all wrapped up and whatnot. And she was like, "Oh, it's a jersey." She was like, "Oh my gosh, it was a jersey." And she opens it up, and I didn't say nothing, right? I didn't say nothing. She opens it up, she's looking, and she's just showing, she's smiling, and then somebody goes, "Oh my gosh, look, it's signed." And she turns it around, she's like, "Oh my gosh." And then she started crying, and everybody was like, "Wow, you got a signed jersey. That's crazy." And then I'm like, wait. There's more. There's one more thing. And then they're like, "What? There's more." So I pulled up my phone and I said, "Here, Marcus made a video for you." And so I played the video, and it was a video of him signing the jersey. And then he got up and he said, "Merry Christmas. Hope you have a great one and blessed one." And then, oh my God, I tell you, my cousin almost fell down to her freaking knees, man, because she was freaking bawling her eyes out. It was like the best gift she ever could have dreamed of. It was crazy. And that made me happy. And, stuff like that, right? I love to see people's joy. I love to see people happy. And I think that's why I go out of my way to do the best that I can to help them out and put a smile on their face. And that's me with Secret Santa. So if you ever got a Secret Santa gathering or whatever, and I'm in it, you better hope that I chose you. Speaking of presents, man, I was kind of a picky kid when I was growing up, but I never liked clothes, any type of clothing for presents, and that was just me being a kid. All I wanted was toys. All I wanted was video games and scooters, bikes, and as I got older, I only wanted like new phones or, the new cell phone, right? The new sports gear, like, cleats and dry fit shirts and stuff like that, right? Nowadays, man, I'm older now and more mature, and like all of these things I can just go get myself whenever I want throughout the year. So it's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird now. Like when making a wish list now, I don't know exactly what to put on because there's like nothing that I really, really want. I mean, I want like things that you can't buy, right? I want financial stability. I want a brand new house. I want a paid off vehicle. I want, you know what I mean? Like stuff that like people can't just give me or buy me. But I have to like really think back. I'm like, oh, what would I would like? So like I would like an upgrade on some of my PC parts. I would like another better monitor. I would like some shoes. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So as a kid, it's so much more simpler. And as an adult for Christmas, it's so much more complicated because it's like there's not much thing that you like really want that's like realistic. You know what I mean? yeah, guys, man, it's kind of to the end of the podcast. I know you guys are probably with your families or your friends, and spending the holidays. So enough listening to me, enough watching me. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I do gotta say though, if you guys like the show, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn the notifications on so you guys know whenever a new episode is posted. I do gotta say though, comment down below some of your favorite presents that you got throughout your life, a present that you'll never forget, or the best present you've ever given. And I got a question too. What is one present that you've always wanted growing up, but you never got? Think about that one. Put it in the comments and I'll reply, or I'll reply it in a video or whatever it is. But again, guys, I appreciate you guys listening, watching. Hope you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Stay safe with whomever you're spending it with. Have fun. Enjoy. Thank you for listening to this Christmas special. And love you guys, and see y'all in the next episode, baby.